About 25 years ago, you lodged a libel action in England against a gossip columnist who insinuated that you are not the marrying type.
We're living in such a permissive world that I don't think anybody really much cares whatever anybody does behind closed doors.
The period known as Hollywood's Golden Age, stretching from 1910 to 1970, was marked by strict societal norms, particularly around issues of sexuality. During this time, homosexuality and bisexuality were widely regarded as deeply taboo, leading many actors and actresses to conceal their true sexual identities. The fear of their personal lives becoming public was very real, as being discovered could result in severe career damage. Despite the struggles they faced, these stars made lasting contributions to the world of cinema. In this video, we'll take a closer look at 21 secretly gay stars from old Hollywood, examining the circumstances surrounding their lives and the tragic causes of their untimely deaths. Number 21. Jack Cassidy. A versatile and charismatic actor known for his work on stage and screen, Jack Cassidy led a personal life often overshadowed by speculation surrounding his sexuality. While married to actress Shirley Jones, Cassidy's bisexuality was the subject of constant rumors in Hollywood. His relationships with both men and women were widely acknowledged within the industry, though Cassidy chose to remain silent on the matter and never publicly addressed these claims. His personal struggles, particularly with alcohol, took a significant toll on both his career and family life. Cassidy's undeniable charm and talent as an actor earned him considerable acclaim, but his complex and enigmatic nature made him a figure of intrigue. Tragically, he died in a house fire in 1976, leaving behind a legacy as both a talented leading man and a troubled, mysterious figure in Hollywood. Number 20. George Nader. As one of the most handsome leading men of the 1950s, Nader saw his career suffer when rumors about his sexuality began to surface. Although Nader never publicly came out during his Hollywood career, he later lived openly with his partner, Mark Miller, for over 55 years. His close friendship with Rock Hudson also added to the speculation. Nader stepped away from acting in the early 1970s and shifted his focus to writing, retreating from the public eye. He quietly lived a life with his partner, avoiding the spotlight until his death in 2002. Nader passed away at the age of 80, having lived much of his life away from the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, but remembered for his contributions to film and his quiet personal life. Number 19. Liberace. A flamboyant and world-famous pianist, Liberace led a life shrouded in mystery and tightly guarded secrets, particularly regarding his sexuality. Despite relentless rumors and sensational tabloid stories that circulated throughout his career, he never publicly acknowledged being gay. Instead, Liberace carefully maintained a meticulously crafted public persona, consistently portraying himself as a heterosexual man. In interviews, he frequently spoke about his ideal female partner, fueling the perception of his romantic interests being directed toward women. One particularly notorious example of this was his infamous article titled, "Mature Women Are Best," in which he described in great detail the kind of woman he claimed to desire. Behind the scenes, however, Liberace had relationships with men, most notably Scott Thorson, who later went on to sue him for palimony. Even as speculation ran rampant and tabloid stories hinted at the truth, Liberace remained steadfast in presenting his public image, never allowing the rumors to overshadow his carefully constructed persona. His extravagant lifestyle, flamboyant outfits, and glittering sequin suits became iconic symbols of his career, but the man behind the dazzling facade remained enigmatic. Liberace passed away in 1987 from complications related to AIDS, leaving the world to ponder the enigmatic figure behind the glittering smile and larger-than-life performances. Number 18. James Mitchell. Best known for his role as Palmer Cortlandt on the long-running soap opera All My Children, James Mitchell lived his life as an openly gay man, despite maintaining a successful career in Broadway and television. Mitchell was a talented performer who appeared in numerous stage productions and television shows. His most notable relationship was with Albert Wolski, a prominent costume designer, with whom he shared a 39-year partnership. While Mitchell never publicly came out during his lifetime, his close friends, colleagues, and many in the industry were well aware of his long-term relationship with Wolski. Mitchell passed away in 2003 at the age of 89, leaving behind a rich legacy of performances that inspired generations of actors. His life, though private, became a symbol of perseverance and dedication to his craft, and his quiet influence remains a testament to the lives of gay actors who chose to live with dignity and integrity. Number 17. George Maharis. Best known for his role as Buzz Murdoch in the hit 1960s series Route 66, George Maharis rose to fame during a time when Hollywood placed immense pressure on actors to conform to traditional ideals of masculinity. Throughout the peak of his career, Maharis kept his sexuality hidden, despite rumors swirling about his private life. In 1967, his career took a significant hit when he was arrested for engaging in lewd conduct with another man in a public restroom, a scandal that not only tarnished his reputation, but also contributed to his eventual departure from the limelight. Though he never publicly confirmed his sexuality, the incident exposed his personal life to public scrutiny, and it became impossible to ignore. Despite the scandal, Maharis continued to work in television and film, though his career never fully recovered from the backlash. In the years that followed, Maharis distanced himself from the entertainment industry, opting for a quieter existence. In his later life, he lived a more private life, refusing to engage with the media and the public. Maharis passed away in 2023, leaving behind a complex legacy, one marked by both his significant contributions to television and the personal challenges he endured. Number 16. Will Geer. Best remembered for his role as Grandpa Zebulon Walton on The Waltons, Will Geer led a life filled with hidden truths. In the 1930s, he had a romantic relationship with gay rights activist Harry Hay. However, their relationship ended when Geer chose to marry actress Herta Ware and raise a family. Despite building a life with Ware, they divorced in 1954. Throughout his life, Geer remained open with her about his sexuality, though he chose to keep it largely private from the public eye. His activism extended beyond his personal life, as he was involved in both the Communist Party and the early gay rights movement, known within select circles. Geer's commitment to both social causes and his family defined much of his life. He passed away in 1978, leaving behind a lasting legacy both on-screen and off. Number 15. Paul Lynde. Renowned for his sarcastic humor and iconic appearances on Hollywood squares, Paul Lynde became a comedic legend for his campy and flamboyant persona. Although he never officially came out, Lynde's homosexuality was widely known within the industry and among his peers. In an era when openly gay actors faced career obstacles and public rejection, he chose to keep his sexual orientation private to protect his professional image. Behind the scenes, however, he struggled with personal demons, particularly alcohol addiction, which many believe was connected to living in the closet for much of his life. Lynde's sharp wit, biting sarcasm, and flamboyant humor made him a standout figure in the comedy world. But his private life remained largely hidden from the public. He passed away in 1982 from a heart attack, leaving behind a legacy as one of Hollywood's most memorable and eccentric comedians, whose talent and personality continue to be celebrated. Number 14. Roddy McDowall. A beloved actor renowned for his roles in Planet of the Apes and How Green Was My Valley, Roddy McDowall led a life marked by quiet discretion about his personal life. Throughout his career, McDowall's sexual orientation was an open secret within Hollywood, yet he never chose to publicly confirm it. Despite being linked to prominent figures within the LGBTQ+ community, McDowall remained fiercely private about his personal relationships. His close friendships with many LGBTQ+ actors and figures, such as Rock Hudson and Elizabeth Taylor, showcased his support for the community, though he never made any public statements about his own life. McDowall lived with his partner, Peter Halls, for more than 4 decades, a relationship that remained largely unknown to the public. Known for his professionalism, warmth, and unwavering dedication to his craft, McDowall earned immense respect throughout his career. Despite never marrying, his influence and talent were widely celebrated. McDowall remained a cherished figure in Hollywood until his death in 1998, leaving behind a rich legacy of memorable performances that spanned both film and television. Number 13. Rudolph Valentino. The iconic silent film star of the 1920s, Rudolph Valentino became a global heartthrob thanks to his romantic on-screen roles. With his charm and good looks, he captured the hearts of millions, earning the nickname, the Great Lover. However, rumors about his sexuality began to cloud his stardom. Valentino's first marriage to actress Jean Acker ended on their wedding night, which raised plenty of speculation about his personal life. His second marriage to Natasha Rumbova also ended in divorce, further fueling the rumors. There was widespread speculation surrounding Valentino's close relationships with certain men. Particularly French actor Jean Eichel. Biographers such as Emily Leiter and Alan Ellenberger generally lean toward the belief that he was most likely straight. Documents from the estate of author Samuel Stewart revealed that they may have been sexual partners. Despite Valentino's denials and efforts to maintain his masculine image, his effeminate mannerisms only intensified the whispers of his sexuality, leaving the speculation largely unresolved. Number 12. Raymond Burr. Most famously known for his role as Perry Mason, Raymond Burr was a Hollywood figure whose private life remained hidden from the public throughout his career. Burr meticulously crafted a public image, often telling stories about a fictional wife and child who had supposedly passed away, creating a facade of the all-American family man. In reality, Burr lived a double life, maintaining long-term relationships with men, particularly Robert Benavides, with whom he shared a 35-year relationship. This aspect of his life was largely unknown to the public until after his death in 1993. Despite his success and fame, Burr's private life remained a mystery, with his sexuality remaining a closely guarded secret. His career spanned several decades, and he became iconic for his role as Perry Mason, a role that continues to define his legacy. However, it was only after his passing that the truth about Burr's life and relationships became more widely known. Burr's death in 1993 marked the end of a distinguished career and a life of private struggles, leaving many to reflect on the complexities of his personal and professional life. His lasting impact on Hollywood remains profound, both as an actor and as a figure whose hidden life shaped perceptions long after his death. Number 11. Tony Randall. Best known for his iconic role as Felix Unger in The Odd Couple, Tony Randall faced persistent rumors regarding his sexuality throughout his life. Despite his success as a beloved actor, Randall's effeminate mannerisms, habits, and personal choices led many to speculate about his sexual orientation. Though Randall was married to his first wife, Florence, for 50 years, their relationship was often overshadowed by rumors of his potential homosexuality. After Florence's passing, Randall surprised the public by marrying a much younger woman, Heather, and fathering 2 children, which appeared to contradict the long-standing speculation about his sexuality. Despite this, the rumors persisted throughout his career, following him into the later stages of life. Randall passed away in 2004 at the age of 84, leaving behind a rich legacy of acclaimed performances, both on stage and in television. His public image remained a blend of charm, wit, and mystery, as the rumors about his personal life never fully faded. In many ways, Tony Randall's life remains a subject of speculation, with the questions surrounding his sexuality standing as a lingering curiosity. Number 10. Charles Gray. Best remembered for his iconic roles as the villainous Blofeld in the James Bond series and the criminologist in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, Charles Gray was a reserved and private figure. Although Gray never publicly discussed his sexuality, it was widely understood within the industry that he was gay. Known for his commanding presence and distinctive voice, Gray chose to keep his personal life away from the spotlight, focusing instead on his acting career. His body of work includes numerous memorable performances in both film and television, contributing to his lasting legacy. Gray passed away in 2000, leaving behind a substantial career filled with notable roles that continue to be celebrated by audiences. Number 9. Montgomery Clift. Montgomery Clift, one of Hollywood's most iconic and talented leading men, gained fame through films like A Place in the Sun and From Here to Eternity. Clift struggled with his sexuality throughout his life, and his internal battles with identity were reflected in a career that was both groundbreaking and turbulent. Clift was widely recognized for his intense talent and magnetic charm, but his personal life was marked by emotional turmoil, substance abuse, and insecurity. Though he had relationships with both men and women, Clift never publicly acknowledged his sexuality. His close friends, including Elizabeth Taylor, were aware of his true identity, but Clift chose to keep his personal life largely hidden. The car accident in 1956 that left him permanently disfigured further deepened his sense of isolation and insecurity. Clift's troubled life ultimately contributed to his early death in 1966 at the age of 45, leaving behind a powerful legacy as one of Hollywood's most talented but troubled stars. His brilliant performances continue to be celebrated, but his personal struggles remain a poignant reminder of the challenges faced by actors in the era of Hollywood's hidden truths. Number 8. Merv Griffin, the beloved talk show host and creator of Jeopardy! And Wheel of Fortune. Merv Griffin was frequently the subject of persistent rumors regarding his sexuality, though he never publicly confirmed or addressed these claims. Throughout his life, Griffin remained extremely private about his personal life, opting to keep the details under wraps despite long-standing speculation and a series of lawsuits that hinted at his orientation. Known for his charm, wit, and captivating presence, Griffin maintained close relationships with both men and women, but those relationships never diminished the ongoing whispers about his sexual identity. His success as a talk show host and television pioneer far overshadowed the mystery of his personal life. And though many of his friends and colleagues were aware of the truth, Griffin kept his private world hidden from public view. Despite the secrecy surrounding his sexual orientation, Griffin's career left a lasting impact on television, particularly with Jeopardy! And Wheel of Fortune, which became staples of the genre. He passed away in 2007, leaving behind a legacy of entertainment that continues to be celebrated, while the enigmatic details of his private life remain part of Hollywood's enduring mysteries. Number 7. Rock Hudson. One of Hollywood's most iconic and beloved leading men, Rock Hudson lived much of his life concealing his sexuality, during a time when public acknowledgement of being gay could lead to career destruction and societal rejection. Hudson's carefully constructed public persona as a charming romantic heartthrob became central to his fame, and he even entered into a marriage of convenience with his secretary, Phyllis Gates, in an effort to maintain that illusion. Despite his multiple relationships with men, Hudson never publicly confirmed his homosexuality. It wasn't until his AIDS diagnosis in 1984 that his sexual orientation became widely known, leading to widespread media coverage and bringing attention to the AIDS epidemic. Hudson's battle with the disease marked a pivotal moment in the history of Hollywood and LGBTQ+ representation. His death in 1985 remains a significant turning point in how society viewed both AIDS and LGBTQ+ individuals, particularly within the entertainment industry. Hudson's legacy continues to be remembered not only for his roles as a beloved film star, but also for his role as an advocate in the fight against AIDS, leaving a lasting impact on Hollywood history. Number 6. Kerwin Mathews. Best known for his leading roles in fantasy adventure films such as The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, Kerwin Mathews maintained a highly private life throughout his career. Although Mathews never publicly acknowledged his sexuality, he lived openly with his partner, Tom Nichol, for over 46 years. After stepping away from Hollywood in the late 1960s, Mathews moved to San Francisco, where he embraced a life of authenticity, living openly as a gay man. Despite his low-profile nature and desire to keep his personal life out of the public eye, those closest to him were well aware of his long-term relationship. Mathews remained dedicated to his craft, with his beloved fantasy roles keeping his legacy alive long after his departure from the film industry. His quiet yet authentic life reflects the struggles many faced during the era when LGBTQ+ visibility was scarce. Mathews passed away in 2007, leaving behind a cherished body of work that continues to be celebrated by fans of fantasy and adventure cinema. Number 5. Sir John Gielgud. One of the most celebrated actors in British theatre, Sir John Gielgud enjoyed a career that spanned over 6 decades, earning him lasting acclaim for his commanding performances, both on stage and screen. Gielgud's sexuality, while an open secret within certain circles of the acting community, remained largely hidden from the public eye during his career. In 1953, however, Gielgud was arrested for importuning for immoral purposes, a charge often used to target gay men at the time. This scandal threatened his career, yet Gielgud was able to weather the storm and continue to work, his talent remaining undeniable. Despite his reputation for privacy, Gielgud's sexual orientation became a topic of speculation, particularly as he continued to live in the closet, despite widespread knowledge within the industry. His ability to command the stage and screen, combined with his unmatched talent and grace, secured his status as one of the greatest actors of all time. Gielgud's later years saw some public acknowledgement of his sexuality, though he remained a dignified figure until his death in 2000. He passed away as a revered figure in British theatre, leaving behind an extensive legacy of remarkable performances that continue to be celebrated. Number 4. Cesar Romero. Best known for his iconic portrayal of the Joker in the 1960s Batman series, Cesar Romero was one of Hollywood's classic Latin lovers, renowned for his suave, charismatic presence. Throughout his career, Romero gained fame for his romantic roles and flirtatious on-screen personas, which made him a beloved fixture in Hollywood's golden era. However, despite his popularity and numerous on-screen romances, Romero never married, and long-standing rumors about his sexuality persisted. Though linked to several famous female stars, it was widely believed that he was gay. Romero never publicly confirmed these rumors, instead choosing to keep his personal life private. His enigmatic charm and preference for discretion only enhanced his mystique, making him an enduring figure in Hollywood. Despite the speculation surrounding his sexuality, Romero remained beloved by audiences, his performances in classic films and TV series remaining iconic. He passed away in 1994, leaving behind a legacy of unforgettable characters and a career that remains an essential part of Hollywood's history. Number 3. Nigel Hawthorne. Widely celebrated for his roles in The Madness of King George and Yes Minister, Nigel Hawthorne lived a life of quiet dignity. Although his sexuality was an open secret in certain theatrical circles, Hawthorne kept his personal life discreet, particularly during a time when public acknowledgement could have threatened his career. He entered into a 20-year relationship with Trevor Bentham, a romance that was well known within their social circles but carefully shielded from the public eye. In 1995, during the Academy Awards, Hawthorne was outed by the British press, a moment that forced him to speak publicly about his sexuality for the first time. Though the exposure generated media attention, Hawthorne handled the situation with grace and humility, maintaining his reputation as one of Britain's finest actors. His professionalism and talent remained his defining qualities, and his career continued to thrive despite the public scrutiny. Hawthorne's legacy is remembered for his rich and versatile performances in both film and television. He passed away in 2001, leaving behind a body of work that continues to be revered and celebrated. Number 2. James Coco. James Coco, known for his memorable comedic roles in Only When I Laugh and The Muppets Take Manhattan, was a dynamic and charismatic actor whose private life remained largely hidden from the public. Though widely acknowledged in his social circles as gay, Coco never publicly confirmed his sexuality, preferring to keep his personal life away from the spotlight. His large, expressive personality, combined with his talent for portraying eccentric and vibrant characters, made him a standout performer. Coco often played larger-than-life roles that showcased his sharp comedic timing and his ability to bring depth and humor to his characters, from troubled artists to whimsical sidekicks. His personal struggles with obesity and health issues, as well as his ongoing battle with diabetes, became part of his narrative later in life. Despite his career successes, Coco's personal life remained somewhat isolated, choosing to live a quieter existence outside of the Hollywood limelight. He passed away in 1987 due to a heart attack, leaving behind a legacy of versatile performances that continue to be remembered fondly, particularly by those who appreciated the comedy and pathos he brought to his roles. Number 1. Dick Sargent. Dick Sargent, best known for his iconic role as Darren Stevens on Bewitched, was a talented actor who enjoyed a long career in television and film, but much of his personal life was kept private. Sargent came from a background rooted in theater, having trained as a serious actor before transitioning to television, where he found his most recognizable role. Throughout his career, Sargent became known for his reserved demeanor and professionalism, but his homosexuality was a subject of speculation. After the death of his first wife, Sargent lived a quiet life, raising his children while continuing his work in television. It wasn't until 1991, amidst the rising awareness of HIV/AIDS, that Sargent chose to publicly acknowledge his sexuality in an interview with People magazine. His coming out was groundbreaking for the time, as openly gay actors were rare, particularly in mainstream entertainment. Sargent used this newfound visibility to advocate for LGBTQ+ rights, especially in raising awareness about the struggles of those affected by HIV/AIDS. Though he lived a quiet life thereafter, his advocacy work, particularly in supporting organizations related to HIV/AIDS awareness, became a defining part of his later years. Sargent passed away in 1994 from prostate cancer, but his courage in speaking out continues to inspire LGBTQ+ actors and activists, leaving behind a legacy not only of beloved performances, but of progress and visibility in Hollywood.